Hi everyone, we're on the plane. We're heading to Palm Springs. It's 9:59. It's 19 degrees here in Chicago, Illinois, and 77 degrees.
That's the high.
It's the high. Hopefully it's 70 degrees when we get there. So we reached Palm Springs. It's really nice. There are palm trees in the middle of the airport. What time is it? It's almost 1 o'clock here, but it'd be like 3 o'clock in Wisconsin. So we're trying to find our bags because they're somewhere, and it's really bright. So yeah, what the heck. So our plan is to drive to Joshua Tree where we're staying in an Airbnb, and then probably just shop around there. Maybe there's some thrift stores, but we'll see. So we got our rental car. It's an Audi Q3. What? It looks pretty nice. It's white. We're gonna be driving to Joshua Tree now. But yeah, originally we were supposed to have what were we gonna have? Like
a Ford EcoSport.
A Ford EcoSport, and we asked for a Jeep Wrangler, but they didn't have one. So they upgraded us to an Audi Q3. So yeah, we're on our way to Joshua Tree. Here we are at the Airbnb. This is a really cute little house. There's 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, little living room. It sounds like we're gonna go to Pioneer Town, which is, what, 22 minutes away, and that has a really good restaurant, and it's like an old Western type theme. So, we'll see. Got done eating. We went to Pioneer Town. It was like 25 minutes maybe from Joshua Tree. It was called, and we went to a restaurant called Pappy's and Harriet's. It was really good. I had their house salad, which had like apples in it and a vinaigrette, and then also my mom and I split chicken quesadilla and chips and salsa. So yeah, we're on our way to Walmart to get some groceries. Okay, so it's about 3:15. It's Friday, and we've done a lot today. We were staying in Joshua Tree, and then we went back to the airport to see if we could get a different car, but then they didn't end up having the one we wanted. So then from there we went downtown Palm Springs and we walked around. We bought a few, I don't think we really bought anything other than a Frisbee. And then, oh, and we, there's this really cool store. It's kind of like Lush, like in Madison, but like you could make your own like body scrub, bath salt, like you could pick out the scents and then pick out the colors. So that was really cool. We're having some of that shipped home, so we don't have to bring it home on the plane. And then we walked around a little bit more after that, and then we drove over to the Botanical Gardens in Palm Springs. It was like a $5 admission, but it was like all about cactuses, and it was so cute. And we ended up buying like $50 worth of cactuses, and we're gonna use those as they put them in a box for us, so we're gonna do that as a carry-on. But right now we're on our way to the aerial tramway in Palm Springs and go up the mountain. And then after that, we're gonna drive back to Joshua Tree, drop our stuff off, and then drive to Yucca Valley where the photographer is staying, and then figure out finalize clothing and stuff for tomorrow, shoes, the tramway and we're going up a few thousand feet to the top of a mountain. We made it to the building on top of the tram. This is literally crazy. We're 8,000 feet up in the air. So, of our 4 total days of traveling to Joshua Tree, California, we're finally home. I didn't really vlog the last 2 days because we were just so busy and I just kind of forgot to. So basically my plan is to throw a couple videos together to kind of describing my trip for me to remember and look back on, but also just to share my experiences and stuff. Saturday was the day that I took pictures with Jolene Dombrowski, which is the photographer where I'm from, and we went to her Airbnb, which is actually on a dirt road, so it was kind of scary going there because you're like, are we going the right way? So it was raining that morning and me and another girl were getting our hair and makeup done, getting ready for the shoot, getting dressed, getting some snacks before we were gonna be busy for the rest of the day. And they set up a little part the Airbnb, like, I don't know how to describe it, kind of like a rustic feel, so we could like sit and take pictures inside. About 10 minutes into doing that shoot or whatever, it stopped raining. We went outside to take pictures in her backyard, which looks kind of similar to the park but didn't have as many like Joshua trees in it, so it was really cool. We had our first outfit was like a t-shirt, I had a hat, and then like jeans, and then I had these retro boots on, and then also like a jacket. I can probably put a photo up here. We decided, since it was clear skies and wasn't raining, that we better hop in some minivans and drive into the park and take pictures there, because that was the original plan. So we did that. The whole day was great. It didn't rain until we left the park at like 4:30. So it was really cool. But then when we were on our way back, there was like flash flooding because it is so dry, and so the water had like nowhere to go. So we were driving like foot or 2 feet of water on the way back, so the dirt roads were washed out. So it took us about 2 hours, which was supposed to be like a 15-minute drive back to the Airbnb. And then we finally made it home, and we decided to stay in and kind of plan the rest of Sunday. So then Sunday came around and we had a lot to fit in the last day that we were there. So first we went to, there's a little gift shop in Joshua Tree, and we just went there. I think I bought a little keychain shop, and then from there the lady like recommended this like Joshua Tree retreat. It's like for mental physics or whatever, but they have a gift shop. I ended up getting this necklace and then this one in rose quartz, or I don't remember exactly what it's called, but they're super cute. And then we also bought some coasters from there. My mom bought like a petrified shell. It's really cool. And then from there we drove to Palm Springs, and they have an outlet store. Well, it's not in Palm Springs, but it's right outside. They have an outlet store that has like Versace, Gucci, Prada, like all these crazy like high-end stores, but in an outlet. So we actually went into Gucci, and I found this purse that I really love, but it was $500, and it like for sure wasn't worth it. So we went to Kate Spade, and I ended up buying a purse because I've been really wanting one for a while. Looks like this, has Kate Spade, and I also bought a wallet that's in there too, but really excited about that. And then from there we went to the San Diego Zoo, and by the time we got there, so San Diego is about 2 hours away from where we were in Palm Springs. So we drove to San Diego, and when we got there, they were like, the park closes, like the zoo closes at 5, and we got there at 3. So we only had 2 hours, and it's like $56 per person to go in. And we were like right about to go to tickets, and this guy comes over, and it's really weird because we had no idea who he was, and he obviously had no idea who we were, and he's like, do you want 2 tickets, $20 each? And we're like, okay. So we ended up following him, and then he ended up having a wife and a kid. He was Her kid was so cute. Her name was Harley. But I Venmo'd her like $40 and we got in the park, and then we got to go on this bus ride, which is like $20 each person for free. So we got to go around the whole park because we would have definitely not made it around the whole park if we would have just walked it. So that was really cool. Lots of cool animals I've never seen before. And then after we got off the bus, we went and saw the koala bears more because those are so cute. And then from there we went and saw the pandas, and they were just eating bamboo. Really cute. Then by then we made our way out of the park, and then from there we went to see the Pacific Ocean, which was like about 15 minutes away from the zoo. We went to Ocean Beach. We were gonna go to Mission Bay, but by the time we would have made it there, the sunset would have gone down. So yeah, we went to the Ocean Beach, took a few pictures there, and then from there we went to Old Town, California, which is like the birthplace of where California like started, I guess. That's just what the sign said, so I don't know. But then we ate at it was like Old Time Coyote or something. It was like a Mexican restaurant, very authentic and stuff, and it was very good. And then from there we drove home, and then I packed a lot of my stuff last night for this morning because I knew I wasn't gonna do it this morning. So yeah, and then we ended up going to bed around midnight last night, which would be 2 o'clock in Wisconsin. And then we woke up at like 6:30 there, so 8:30 here, but it's still like we only got 6 hours of sleep. And then so we then left. We packed all our stuff, left the Airbnb, locked it all up, and then we drove to the airport. The airport was like 52 minutes away. We got through security, and then we sat down at our gate for the airport, and we get called up to the tickets desk. And the lady's like, "Hey, do you want to change flights?" And we were like, well, we were supposed to have a layover in San Diego or San Francisco, and then from San Francisco go to Chicago, and we would have gotten in Chicago at 7:30 p.m. and then gotten back to Madison at 10:30 p.m. So that would have been really late, and we were like, okay, well, we don't want our bags to be lost, like, will you make sure they get on the other plane? The plane wasn't gonna leave for another hour after our flight was supposed to leave, so we decided to switch flights because it was a direct flight from Palm Springs to Chicago, so it just worked better. It was a 3-hour and 44-minute plane ride, and so we were sitting by our gate, and about not only 10 minutes after we had switched planes, we found out that our original flight got delayed an hour, so we wouldn't have made our connection between San Francisco, Palm Springs, like our flight getting into San Francisco and San Francisco leaving to Chicago, so we would have missed that. So who knows where we would have been if we wouldn't have switched flights. So that's crazy. We were really lucky with that. So then the rest of the plane went really well. I watched Crazy Rich Asians. It was really good. And then when we landed, my mom got a text message that our bags were lost. So we're like, well, we told them that they needed to have them, and like I literally watched him move them, so I don't know what their deal was. So we went to baggage claim, and our bags ended up being there in the long run, but it was really stressful because we had thought we had like lost all our items and stuff. So then we rode the bus home to Madison and then got here. So yeah, it's been a really long weekend, but it's super fun. I'm super excited to go through all the pictures and kind of edit them and put them together. I'm hoping to make a scrapbook. I've kept a lot of the stuff that we went to. So yeah, it is 10:35 here in Mount Horeb, and I go to bed soon. I have to go to school tomorrow. But yeah, thanks for coming for the ride to California with me.